Hi, this is Gary Mello with SentinelOne. In this video, I'd like to cover our new Central Park release, but more in particular, our AD integration. So as you can see here in my environment, I have quite a few endpoints. This one, if I click on it, you'll notice if it's been joined to an Active Directory domain, you'll have this new tab that says Active Directory. And if I click on that, you get all the AD details you would expect. So one, the computer DN, what members is that a part of? And then down here, the user DN along with its memberships for groups and OUs. Now, this is important around users, more specifically around VDI environments or shared workstation environments. So now that we have our AD information populated in the SentinelOne console, what can I do with it? So probably one of those common things you'd want to do is to mirror your Active Directory groups to your SentinelOne console groups. So I'm going to walk through that here quickly. So maybe in this example, I want to create a SentinelOne console group based off this group from Active Directory called sales. So I'm just going to go over here and copy that. And the first step I'm going to do is create what's called a filter. If you notice when I click on that, I can specify any criteria you see over here within this top bar. What I'm going to do is basically a free search. I'm going to paste that whole query. And you'll notice when I did that, only one machine populated up because that's the only one that matches this criteria. So now that I basically have specified my search filter, the first thing I'm going to want to do with it is save this. So I simply come over here where it says save new set. I label this filter. I'm going to call it sales filter and hit save. So now once I've created this filter, now what I need to do is to create a group based off this filter. So to do that, I simply click group and I'll go to new group. First thing it's going to ask me is what do I want to name this group? I'm just going to call it sales group. Hit next. And then it's asking me, is this a static group, which means you're basically going to manually assign machines to a given group, or a dynamic group. And how dynamic groups work is you can basically specify a filter set like I just did based off certain criteria and then apply a group based off that criteria. So I'm going to do select there. And then from here, I'm going to choose an existing filter set, that sales filter set I just made. Hit next. And now it's asking me which policy do I want to use. It's right now going to inherit the default policy. If I wanted to, I can simply break that policy and specify my own options here. I'm not going to do that though for this exercise and say create group. From here, I simply hit done. And here I go. So if I now go to my full site, this is going to show me all the endpoints. You'll notice I have a static group, that's the default group. And then I have this new dynamic group, which is my sales group, which contains that one endpoint that I have that matches this Active Directory criteria of sales. That concludes this video on Central Park and more in particular AD integration. I'd like to thank you all for watching.